What's up? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood back on IE Network. This is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor in case you didn't know. That's icydk.blog. Once again, icydk.blog. Make sure you check them out on all mobile devices and the World Wide Web. We got a lot of things to get to. Before we do, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you do not miss a single video. So let's just get it started with Mariah Carey, the diva, aka Mimi. And Mariah Carey has broken the record. And the record she's broken is the female artist with the most albums to be certified 6 times platinum or higher. She has 6 albums that are all over 6 times platinum. And she is the first artist to do it. Not Madonna, not Janet Jackson, not Rihanna, not Celine Dion. Mariah Mimi Carey. I don't know if that's, Mimi's not our middle name, but you get the point. You get the point. So Mariah is the first one. Coming around towards Christmas time, she's about to go #1 again. So y'all let me know. I call Rihanna the Princess of Pop. Is Mariah the Princess of Pop? Can we, in that argument, I have Rihanna down as a Princess of Pop, but Mariah's got the most #1s, and she has this record right here. So is Mariah Carey, should she be the Princess of Pop? Let me know. And next up, we got Taylor Swift, and Taylor's at it again. She just released a new remix of Anti-Hero, once again on a Thursday, right before tracking ends. A Millennium remix. Now, some people are on Twitter saying this is a 10th remix. She's trying to block Drake and 21 Savage again. And I'll tell you one thing. If she wasn't trying to do it before, after all the shadiness Drake showed this week, hell yeah, I'd be trying to do it. I'll try to be extra petty and say, you know what? I wasn't even going to release another remix, but here you go, hold that. Millennium remix. So, you know, she told the Swifties to go out there and run it up. And that's exactly what they're going to do. You know, Drake, as Cat Williams said, Drake shouldn't have been talking shit. She was probably just going to let it go. But now on her website, she released about an hour ago, Anti-Hero, the Millennium remix. And Ticketmaster is coming under fire because Taylor Swift's, well, first of all, we got to give a shout out to Taylor Swift because her Eras tour is on track. And I told y'all this when she went on tour, it was going to break major records, including Beyonce's. Says Taylor Swift's Eras Tour is on track to break her record for the highest grossing U.S. tour of all time, after it was reported that 2 million tickets were sold from pre-sales alone. Now, Swift's Reputation Stadium tour is the current holder with $266 million gross from 2.8 million tickets. And that was for the entire tour run. She's already she did 2 million in one day. So now Ticketmaster is coming under fire because there was 14 million hits on her site trying to buy tickets, right? And it was supposed to be opened up for 1.5 million verified Taylor Swift fans. All right, but we have 14 million hit the site. Now, Live Nation chairman addresses fans' complaints over Ticketmaster website crashing during the pre-sales of Taylor Swift's Eras Tours, and that's what he basically said. The site was supposed to be opened up for 1.5 million verified Taylor Swift fans. We have 14 million hit the site. Now, Live Nation chairman reveals that there was over 2 million pre-tickets were sold for the upcoming tour, and it said we could have filled 900 stadiums with the tickets. But the people who did not get it, they don't want to hear all that. All right, they feel as though that Live Nation and TaylorSwift.com or whatever you want to call it, they feel as though they knew they didn't have enough tickets, and they were just doing that, purposely. Now, Ticketmaster, that's who it is. It says they're under fire for poor service and allegedly maxed out numerous credit cards in yesterday's pre-sale of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour. Attorney General Scrimetti has launched an investigation and said the companies should be prepared about the volume of customer interest. So we're going to be following that to see if people are going to if people are going to try to bring some lawsuits against Ticketmaster. It's not Taylor Swift, but Ticketmaster. They're feeling as though there was a certain amount of tickets down the line. They maxed out people's credit cards, and people got screenshots and everything of Ticketmaster maxing out their credit cards. So you can't do that, Ticketmaster, now. So if whoever's got their credit card maxed out by Ticketmaster, yes, go get your money back. And we're going to close it out with Peter Rosenberg, the idiot. He was interviewing Kelly Rowland, right? He was interviewing Kelly Rowland. Kelly Rowland was interviewing, and she was with Marsai Martin. Everyone knows who Marsai Martin is. And Peter Rosenberg was trying Kelly Rowland, basically trying to blow her off as some sort of Beyonce sidekick, right? Doing what normal people who nut hug Beyonce does. Him, Charlemagne the God, people like that nut hug Beyonce. And when she come up there and try to, Wendy Williams would do something like this as well. Try to make, it's amazing that you lived in Beyonce's shadow and you was able to set off your ego to live in Beyonce's shadow. And Kelly Rowland answered him and cleared his ass with the perfect answer. And I'm going to give you that answer. And Marsai is sitting there eating it up. And she pretty much gave it back to Peter Rosenberg. And he still didn't get it until all the backlash he faced. And his ass had to apologize, talking about he went back and watched the interview and he's embarrassed and this, that. You knew exactly what you were doing. You didn't think, if you were trying to be funny, and Kelly Rowland cleared his ass. So I'm going to let you listen to it and listen to Kelly's response, and we will catch you on the next one. Listen to the clear.
Angie gave you flowers for your ability to play second to Beyonce, which for so many, everyone who gets, I can only speak for me, everyone who gets in the entertainment business gets into it to be the man, right? Just me working with Ebro takes my own ego.
Hates it.
Yeah, hates it. It's my own, my ego has to be in check. Even though when he's not here, I'm like, you know what, I kind of prefer Ebro come back. But it does take an ego check. And you happen to be standing next to the brightest light on planet Earth. Like, you think Big Boy from Outkast has it tough being next to Andre. You're with Beyonce, and not only did you not fight it, it seems like you really loved the position that you were in and took it seriously. And
here's the thing. Light attracts light. I am light. So I am a beautiful brown shining light. So I don't think anybody's light dims anyone else's. I think that when other people start to compare you, I think that that's when it shows how dim they are of themselves. So I don't take somebody else trying to dim my light anymore for anybody else. I love B. I know that she's a light, but I know that I'm a light too.
But it's also created such an interesting role for you where you could have rested on your laurels and just been like, hey, I'm a part of this iconic group. My best friend's the biggest star in the world. We kick ass. We're awesome.
Yes, and her best friend / sister is one of the big stars in the world too. Yes. So it's like people only see things one-sided. You know what I mean? So I don't like when they just put one person in one place. Like, we both shine together. I'm shining with Marseille. We're shining together.
Right.
It's always been like patriarchy to me, or even now, like everybody's actually taking the hit of and start to believe this thing where, well, only one woman can do this and they shine the biggest.
Right.
My sister has knocked down doors and made positions for so many women that look like her, that are deeper shades than her, or are brighter, or whatever, but specifically for Black women, and put Black women in other places that, you know, we're grateful for. You know what I mean? But also somebody else did that for her, and another group has done that for us.
And you're doing that for other
and
people.
I do it for other brown girls. So it's just a cycle and a space for all of us to open up doors for each other instead of compare. Don't be so limited. And